What's going on, YouTube? If you, like me, were super excited about the release of Forza Horizon 6 because you have a Moza race wheel, preferably an R5 or an R3, something that's not going to rip your arms off with too much torque and pressure, but you can't get the settings just right. Couldn't drift, you're having problems driving around, it's just all around not fun and you're disappointed. Well, you're in luck. After about 8 hours of tinkering and messing with settings, I think I have finally dialed in my pithouse settings and my in-game settings for drifting on the Moza R5 wheel. This should work for both your R5 and R3. You might just need to tinker with the force feedback a little bit if you have the R3 because you can't output as much as the R5. All right, first things first, let's go over the pithouse settings, okay? Off the get-go, we are at 900 degrees of rotation. If you are comfortable with 720 or 540 in Forza, go ahead, drop it down. I just find that 900 feels a lot better for me for drifting. Now, these settings are strictly for drifting. If you are trying to road race, circuit race, off-road race, anything like that, you're going to have to adjust these settings. My soft limit is at 1. I just don't like the feeling when you hit the steering limit on hard and it just shakes a little violently and just doesn't feel good. I don't like it. Game force feedback intensity is going to be at the 90%. 100 feels just a little like stiff and weird. 90 just feels like a good sweet spot. Output torque, max it out. If you're on the R5 and the R3, the torque output isn't going to be that crazy, so it's not hard to, turn the wheel against it. Force feedback interpolation. I don't know what the heck this does. I have it at 1. Just kind of was where I put it, and it felt good. Also, force feedback reversal. I don't have it on. The game doesn't feel like it ever was reversed, so I don't know. Maybe it does for you. Who knows? Gear shift, vibration intensity, and force feedback center dead zone. I'm both at 0. I do not like the feeling in the wheel from when you shift a gear. If you like it, go ahead and turn it up. Max wheel speed is at 100. 200% felt unnatural, so 100 just it's a sweet spot for me. I have hands-off protection off. If you're new to the wheel or if you like it, go ahead, turn it on. Performance output, reserved, full doesn't matter. That's a youth choice. Now, our force effects. So, natural dampening, I have at 10%. I find that anything above 10% just makes the wheel react weirdly in game with drifting. Friction, 10%, same thing. Whenever I add more friction, it just feels like it forces the wheel to snap back to center. Natural inertia and wheel spring strength, both at 0. Well, sorry, natural inertia is at 100%. I just put it there, felt good, didn't really feel like tinkering with it more. I know that you can, if you add a little bit more, it might feel a little normal, like power steering, and it's an arcade game. Wheel spring strength, 0. I do not want my wheel trying to return to center off the pit house. If you're drifting, that is the worst feeling in the world. Speed dependent dampening, I have that set to 20%. It starts at 0 kilometers. That just means that it's going to give me a little bit of force feedback as soon as I put my foot on the pedal and start moving forward. Now the big ones. So our game spring, 0%. And in the in-game settings, I also have it set super, super low. Anything more than this, and it feels like the game is trying to force me to drive in a straight line no matter how hard that I try to stay in angle and run a line on a drift. Game dampening, I have at 15%. This combined with the natural dampening just seems to be a really good sweet spot for me. Inertia and friction. In the game, I don't believe they actually do anything, but it might be a placebo effect or something. They were at 100%. I turned them down to 65 just off chance, and it just felt a little bit better. Force feedback, equalizer, and the curve, those are just basic stock. I didn't change them at all. I did this off a completely new tune, not based off of the Forza Horizon 5 tune or a set of Corsa or anything like that. So this is a complete from scratch settings. It just feels better. When I tried to do it off the Forza Horizon 5 one, it just felt like the game wasn't reading it correctly. Now to our advanced controls in the in-game settings, make sure you enter the menu from your wheel. And also, if you're having trouble with your wheel, when you go to controls and your input, make sure that it's reading as device 1. That's the big thing. Device one, or your wheel's not going to work right. So under advanced controls, I have my steering axis dead zone set to 1 or 0. Sorry. This is just so when I am running a line in a drift, I'm maxed out at angle, and I'm just trying to keep locked in. Uh, I don't have to turn the wheel as much to make a micro correction. Just a little move, and it's good. Outside dead zone, 100. Steering linearity, I have it set to 50. I have tried it at 100, didn't feel good. 50 felt like just a really good sweet spot. It gives you good control at lock, gives you good control at center. Acceleration axis, deceleration axis is all 0 to 100, clutch 0 to 100. Anything more than 0 for the inside dead zone for the clutch, when I try to clutch kick, it just feels like the clutch does not work right. Acceleration as well. When I have to use a handbrake, I'll be on the clutch, handbrake, throttle just acts like it's non-existent after I let off the handbrake. So setting it to 0 just makes it respond a little bit faster. This game's got something weird going on with that, where if you handbrake, your throttle acts like it's nowhere to be found. E-brake, inside dead zone and outside also 0 to 100. I don't want to have to yank my handbrake super hard. I just give it a little pull and it's just instant. Vibration scale. This one's up to you personally. I don't like the way the game sends vibrations into the wheel, so I have it at 0.1 just so I have a little bit for road feel. Force feedback scale, I have it at 0.8. I felt that at 1.0 or 0.9, it just felt like it wasn't sending the correct amount of force feedback that it should have been to me. It just felt either too hard or too soft. It was really inconsistent. Center spring scale, I have it 0.1. I don't like having the wheel return to center, but having it at 0.1 felt like when I would go to counter steer, the wheel wanted to spin back after the clutch kick to help. So it felt more natural. Wheel dampener scale also 0.1, just feels a little bit more natural given the pit house settings. Mechanical trail scale. For some reason, this felt like the only way that I could drift and the wheel actually would turn correctly when I would clutch kick or transition, and my wheel should naturally spin the other way. So that's at 2.0. If it doesn't feel good to you, tinker with it a little bit. Force feedback minimum force 1.0. Just feels good. Feels like the correct force feedback. Feels like I'm getting the resistances that I want to have, but not too much. Same with the load sensitivity, 0.7. Just 0.8 felt a little too much. 0.6 and below just felt like it really wasn't anything. So 0.7 just feels like the sweet spot to me for the R5. Road feel scale, off-road feel scale. These two, completely up to you. Like I said, I do not like the way the vibrations get sent, especially for the off-road. Off-road feels absolutely terrible to me. The road feel, it's all right. I just kind of use it to be able to feel just the little bumps and things in the road that could potentially send me out of my drift. So that's where it's at. Steering sensitivity. I have tried all kinds of numbers for this. From my understanding, dead center 0.5 is the perfect setting for wheels. It gives you exact rotational degrees that you have set in your software. So if you want 900 degrees in the game, you need to put it at 0.5. Anything more, and it will decrease. Anything less, and it will increase, but weirdly. I'm not sure. It's a little hard to explain. So those are the settings. If you are on an R5 or an R3 with, the SRP-Lite freaking pedals that are hard to use, and you have a shifter and a handbrake and everything, this is the settings that I'm running to be able to drift, to be able to hold my drifts, and to drift a lot of different vehicles, anywhere from the Formula Drift cars to an F450. So you guys try them out. Let me know what you think down below. If you want, you can go ahead and drop a sub. I got some shorts up showing some of the drifting happening with these settings. And yeah, this is about 8 hours of tinkering, and this is what feels good to me so far. Also, Moza, I need a pedal upgrade. I need a sequential shifter. Hit me up. Peace.